Welcome back, Division 2 action now. Between Josh Grace and Matt Powell. Matt's the recorder, so we're looking at his. It looks like he's on Bant Company. You can see Josh at the top of the screen, one of 4 foundation players from the X-Mage Leagues, which means he's one of only 4 that's played every single season of the X-Mage Leagues. He's an active paper grinder, which generally reflects in the decks that he plays on here. So I think he kind of uses X-Mage for testing, and he's been a runner-up in formats 3 times in those 7 seasons, and unfortunately for him, hasn't quite broken through yet. Matt Powell, 3rd season in the league. We see him quite frequently on videos, and he's ranked 11th in seeding points heading into this. So he's right on the cusp of Division 1. He's probably going to get there with a decent season this season. Looks like Josh is on, is it Drake's, or whatever you call it? Is it Thing, or the one that uses Thing in the Ice in Modern? This is Modern. The key in this matchup, I think, is we see Arclight Phoenix coming back. The Arclight Phoenix is pretty much outclassed by, or I should say outclassed very quickly by Matt's Spirits. So the key in this matchup is to path the Thing in the Ice. For Josh, he's lost one Arclight Phoenix. Josh's Thing in the Ice, if it goes unchecked, will win the match, because it doesn't matter how big a board presence Matt can build up. Everything's going to get bounced when the Thing flips. And here's a Terramander. This is one of the new cards. So for each instant sorcery in the graveyard, it costs 1 less to, I don't know what that mechanic is called, I forget, but you pump it up to a 5/5. You can see Josh here. He's going to play a second Terramander. You can see he's got 15 spells already in the grave, and here comes Collected Company. I'm a little bit surprised, and that's a woof, only 1 Lord. A little bit surprised he didn't fire that off in response to the Terramander. You can see these are the new Spirit builds. They play both Collected Company and Ether Vial. Bit of a choice here for Matt. He can go Mausoleum Wanderer and perhaps copy the Supreme Phantom, would be a decent board presence. But he's just going to pass the turn with 4 mana up. Against blue-red, this can be a bit dangerous. So here's the pump for the Terramander. It's up to a 5/5 now. I think it's called Evolve. No, not Evolve. I'm not even going to try and guess. I'll get it wrong. So he's got a 5/5 coming across for Josh. So a lot of power early. And in response this time, the Collected Company's coming down. I think if he knows this list, well, there's a Geist of St. Traff, so that's trouble right there. Spell Queller is the option. I think it's Drog Skull Captain and Geist. Yeah, that's what he's going to take. If he knows the list, I think Josh's one does not play counter spells before the board. And I'm off memory. I don't even know if it has Snapcaster Mage. So something like Grafdigger's Cage might be an option. Here's a 3rd Terramander. 1, 2, 3. He needs 1 more land, and he can pump the other 2 to have lethal on board. 17. Supreme Phantom is going to... Wait, has he got lethal here? I think he's got lethal, because he's going to... He can... Supreme Phantom, he's got 3 Lords. Terramander can block, say, the 6/6. He's going to take 9 plus 4. He's going to take 13. Yeah, I think Josh is just dead. I'm just doing the math here. He can't actually... Well, Terramander he's going to go to 5. Josh can't actually remove anything because of the 2 Drog Skull Captains that give everything hexproof. He can trade though, because he's got lethal on board. If he was to swing, the 2 Supreme Phantoms would block. They'd just bounce. So yeah, I think he's going to be short here. So Matt's going to take game 1, because Josh, his only hope is to bounce Thing in the Ice. I'm just doing the math here and seeing if he can even survive this turn. If he does 3 chump blocks and then bounces with Thing, he blocks the 3 biggest, which he still takes 8, 12. He still takes 12. No, he has to give up Thing in the Ice. Yeah, so he's just dead. So yeah, Matt Powell's going to take game 1 with a lot of power. This is not such a clear-cut victory, though. I think Matt's just taken the long route, and this is a mistake, I believe. He's given Josh an out here. Josh has only got one card in hand, so a lot of things have to go right for him. I'm surprised he doesn't double trade for the... Oh, he did double trade, sorry, for the Geist, yep. I think it's a big misplay from Matt. So Josh can actually go off here. He's got Faithless Looting. He needs to string a few things together. That's going to bring a counterspell. He's got 2 cards in hand and he needs three triggers. So one of these has to be a Manamorphose. It's not, so it's going to be short here. Yeah, he's one mana short of being able to do his thing. So Matt's going to squeeze out game 1. Just going to remove a blocker. That'll probably bring a concession. Yeah, and we're going to game 2. So game 1 pretty quickly there to Josh. Josh got out the gates pretty fast, but you can see how quickly the Spirits player can build up a board presence. Lightning Axe, and what's he going to discard? Discards the Arclight Phoenix, so that's the old classic play. Exactly what you want to be discarding. So he's got 2 spells in the grave now. Going to go for Faithless Looting. He's going to be 1 short on this turn, so he's going to pass the turn. There is a little window for Josh here because you can see that Matt does not have a Path to Exile, so he can't deal with a Thing in the Ice. And here comes Thing in the Ice. So I think what Josh wants to do here is just bait him to commit as much as possible to the board, and then in response bounce the thing. He's holding up Spell Queller here. I think that gets a Spell Queller, yet Manamorphose. It's okay, I still like where Josh is sitting at the moment. But the only concern for him here is 2 cards in hand. He's got a Faithless Looting sitting in the grave, so Collected Company is going to... Oh, he's going to go for Coco main phase. Does he know he's going to go for 2 Lords? And that was it. So Josh concedes.